This is a short video on just basic maintenance of a flute. I've got the main body here, but we'll go through various important things on all three sections. When you finish playing, most important thing for the longevity of the pads is to pull it through. The best thing to use, in your case you will have a flute cleaning rod. One end has an eye, which if you thread a piece of cloth through, a hanky would do, just drop that through in that sort of fashion, pull it through and pull it out. That gets all the moisture out, works really well. Obviously you can't go all the way through on the head joint, but if you just poke it up as far as you can and get the worst out, that's not so important on the head because obviously there's no pads to get damaged. So if we start at the top with the head joint, a lot of children are inclined to mess around with this knurled knob at the end here. This part is called the crown. The only function of it, frankly, is just to tidy up the end of the head. But what it does do, if you twist it clockwise, is to withdraw this head joint cork that is positioned in there away from the embouchure hole. That way, that lengthens the tube and messes around with the intonation and the production of some of the notes. So, because the crown will rest on the top of there, it is possible to, in effect, keep twisting it. Indeed, this one's a bit loose, frankly. You can keep twisting it and then withdraw the cork up. On the other end of the cleaning rod, you've got the eye there. On this end, there's that little line. It's on all of the cleaning rods. When you put it up the centre of the mouth pipe, that line with the cork in the correct position should be in the middle. Currently you can see I twisted this and brought it out, so that is not ideal. It's not a difficult job, frankly, just to pop it out. That's the construction of it, but as I say, that needs to be in a position so that when it's in the bore, that line is in the middle of the embouchure hole. Like so. I prefer to keep these joints dry rather than grease them. If you grease them on a flute, they tend to pick up a bit of muck, and then they get tight to put together. Just keep them clean. You can wipe them just with the same rag, frankly, as you clean the inside of the tube with, and that works just as well. Keep them clean. If they've got any grit in there attached to the grease, it tends to seize it all up and make a god-awful mess. The foot joint, regularly you see them that they're loose, they're rocking around, and that's just simply because you put it together or taking it apart rather carelessly. Twist it together and twist it apart straight. Don't pull it in this angle, which you just tend to distort the end of that tenon, and then the whole foot joint is rocking around. Easily rectified with an expanding reamer, and indeed most flutes that come into me, that's generally loose. So just twist in straight, twist out straight. A lot of flutes now have marks where to line these up, but frankly if you just line up the action rod there through the middle of that right hand stack of keys, that's the correct position. As you can see, the two marks there on this is a Yamaha, and they put those marks on just to bolt and braces, but as you can see that's the configuration it goes in. Sticky pads can be a problem. Like the clarinet, just to clean them, just use a cigarette paper again, a blotting action rather than pulling it out when the pad is wet. You will aggravate and tear the skin. If you tear the skin, the pad will split through to the upholstery and then it will leak and won't play so well. That's about it for basic maintenance, frankly. So just play away and enjoy your flute.